Good afternoon, everyone from the sovereign country of Canada for right now. There seems to be some Americans think that we're going to be annexed. I'm hoping not. I'm kind of liking my country up here. So I took a couple days away from social just as that bullshit all blew over. What I'm going to cover today is I'm going to go over a basic bypassing data execution prevention, but I'm going to use the Python struct library just to show you guys how much time, effort, and possible errors this prevents. It is so, so cool. So let's jump right into it. First things first, let's get over to our Linux. Now, when we normally write up our exploit, what we would do, and I'll just take this address for an example, but what we would do would be come in here with sys, and we would put 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. We put our address in like this, and then we would copy this from our GDB and we'd place it in like this in little Indian format. And that takes time. First of all, I have to copy it over here. Then I have to put it into little Indian backwards. I have to hope and fucking pray that I didn't mess anything up when I do this because human error happens. I came across using struct library and I was just blown away. Absolutely blown away. So instead of doing all this, all you do is come in and put struct.back, and we put in this greater than sign towards the I here. And all this means is the greater than sign here is for little Indian format, and I is for unsigned integers, which are just positive integers. Okay. Then all we do is put in the address right here. So let me just open up my GDB and let's actually let's run this exploit. So let's find the stuff. We already know the buffer size is 268. This is the same program I used the other day. Just let me open it up and show you. Vuln2 right here. Okay, so yeah, it's just taking an input, and of course our stir copy is the one that doesn't do bounds checking, so it's going to we're going to overwrite memory next to it with our little exploit here. So now when we get into finding this stuff, we have to open up our Jeff. I'm using Jeff. You can use PETA. I prefer Jeff over PETA. Just personal preference. For a while, I didn't even know you could use 32-bit with Jeff, but yes, you can. And it works really, really, really good. It's my favorite. So like the first things first, when you're overwriting, bypassing DEP, you have to put system on the return address. You need to put exit on arg1 and binsh on arg2. And I've covered where you find these in my previous videos as well. So I'm not going to get too wrapped around the axle about that, but I'll show you as we go here. So first we need to find our system address. Okay, so let's put a breakpoint at main and let's run. Now let's do print system. Now I have ASLR turned off as well. So here's our, and it's the same as this one right here. Okay, so with ASLR turned off, of course. So I'll take you through it. So I need an exit function to go on arg1. And as you can see, but now the cool thing about it, see, all I have to do is copy and then paste like this instead of copying it here and then writing out X, 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 and then hoping and praying to God I don't fuck it up. Okay, so now the only difference here is with our binsh, we have to use grep for binsh, and then you can see here is the binsh address, which is actually different. So I'll take this. Or actually, no, it's the same. So we take this address right here, copy it, and put it up here. Now with this greater than symbol and the I, this puts it into little Indian convention for us, and we don't have to do anything. So let me just open up my Freya here. So Python Freya.py. Whoops, I spelled it wrong. Freya.py. And I'm going to, let me save my exploit here. And now I'm going to turn this exploit into payload. Now, all I was doing here was you just use sudo, and we turn the exploit 1.py, and we pipe it into payload. But I set it up just as a one button thing on my Freya because it's such a fucking pain in the ass to type that out when I could just write some bash and just hit the one button. But I want you guys to understand what's going on. So when I hit that one button, that's what's happening. Okay, so we have our payload ready to go. So gdb/q, and let's have a look at our vulnerable function. Now we can open up checksec, and as you can see, NX is turned on. So with NX, we can't execute anything on the stack. The stack is non-executable at this point. So we can go to VM map. But once I get running here, let me disassemble the main function. And as you can see, there's a vulnerable function. I love when they're called vuln. It works out great for us. So disassemble the vuln function. And as you can see, here's our stir copy. So I like putting my breakpoint right here and then just next stepping it into our input. So this is set right before our input. So now I can do run and cat payload, which I showed you how I made. And now I'm just going to write 100 words of hex from the ESP. And as you can see, nothing's put in there yet. So let's hit our next instruction. Let's display. And as you can see, here's all our NOPs right down to, this is the EBP right here. So what I can do print EBP, or base pointer. You can see it's at EE48. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here's our EBP. It's successfully written over. Now we look at their system address, which should be on top of our return address, which is right next to the EBP. Right after the return address is arg1. That address is correct, by the way. So here's our arg1, and it's the same as this one right here. And then our arg2 is the same as this one right here. So everything's lined up. And if we hit continue, as you can see, we have shell. So that's how you bypass DEP. And I just wanted to show you just how cool the Python struct library is for doing this sort of thing. There's no human error going to happen. And the cool thing about it, you just copy paste. There's no messing about. It's so much quicker. So I suggest everyone have a look at it and try it out. And it's a great feather in your hat, a tool in your tool set for exploit development. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I shall get chatting to you guys soon. Bye.